Okay, here we go. It's episode 13 of OC15, the single player demo of Orb and Crown. Had a bit of a break from it for a week and a bit with busy things in real life, so I'm just going to reacclimatise myself to how the game's going. So let's go across to it right now. Okay, so here we are. We are in Angnord, and the Dreadworm is on the back foot and is on the defensive. Looks like Morbright is being held by the steading giants, and the elves are attacking from the south. Ang Forward is attacking from the west, and Angnord, of course, from the east. At the same time, holding the area against the Vikings that are attacking quite effectively. We've got an elite Viking unit that's made it across the river down here south of Guildford. Who knows how long that's going to be, but there's not a huge number of forces down there defending. Alrighty, looking at the situation, we've got 242 gold pieces. And yeah, reacclimatizing to the game. I started another game using a few amendments that are going to appear as 0.52, version 0.52 in the not too distant future, and I set it the same as this game with veteran as the difficulty level, and I tell you what, it gave me quite a good fight. I'm sort of pushing back the adversaries now, but it was touch and go there for a while, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's another story. Let's see how this one goes. Right, Morbright, of course, is the target. I could go for Goodrich. I don't need to, because if I take Morbright, of course, I get Goodrich for free. So I'll do a little bit of reconnaissance, I think, with the Sky Castle. I can't attack the Sky Castle. Sorry, I can't attack Morbright with the Sky Castle. All right, maybe I'll need to use a turn to move into place, and maybe I will attack Goodrich. Okay. Oh, there's a leader there as well. That's unexpected. Okay, well, I'm going to go for it. They are very well defended. What are they? Entrenchment of 4. Probably need to bring that down a little bit before I go too far. Definitely going to wait till next turn. Let's move some of these things. There's Draka sitting there in the swamp. Probably not too happy to be in a swamp, being a red dragon. They tend to like mountains a little bit better. And the smelly hill giants are not far away as well, so you know, this is the way that he has fallen since his initial attack against Watersbend. Alright, what else can we do here? I'm not going to spend any gold pieces on the elves because I know that they're going to leave the war as soon as excuse me, as soon as Draka has been defeated. So I'm just going to move a few things into place, and I would like to think that my mercenary brain working here, that Draka will actually attack them rather than the forces of Ang Nord. So we're moving into position now. I've got Hammond is there. I don't like the thought of him even potentially being defeated, destroyed, so I'll increase that a bit. Just reduce the supply from the port a little bit. Excellent. As far as that bit is concerned. So Ymirin Vale has been taken, the alternative the alternative capital of Draka. Let's see if I can take out River Mist. Yep, okay, so there's no defenders there. Bishop of Huntington moves up a little bit further. And the elves move a bit too. Okay, so that is about it for over there. Let's have a look at what's going on with the Guildford folk. So I've got Crystallis looking after the defense down here. She seems to have it well in hand. Just having a look at some of the odds at the moment. Can't quite get there, can't quite get there. Alright, this is going to be dangerous if I do this, but throw caution to the wind. I'm going to try to take them out. Use my giants first. And them. Right, good. Can the giants get out? Because they're sitting on 4 points, it's possible. Crystallis to move. Brilliant. They get into Dark Rock, which is the fortification there. They should be safe now, and I will increase the strength of that unit to the north, guarding the river crossing, and also on the lookout for if these hill giants here at Grudhorg activate and pose a threat to the left flank. So anyway, they're okay at the moment. So Angnord, 195 gold pieces left. Let's have a look at diplomacy first off, and there's not much in there. So at this stage, because I've been spending all my time trying to get this defense up and running, I haven't really been spending any time looking outside the borders, but now is the time to do just that. So Dwarf Kingdom, I'll put one into them. Thrangren is already mobilised. Sea Princes, always good to have them on the ocean if you can, and Angnord is able to put 2 into them. And I could put 1 into Iron Lord, the dwarves in this part of the world here. It'd be good to have them mobilised before they get attacked. It doesn't normally happen, but it's worth a try. 95 gold pieces left over is not enough to put anything into any of the good research options, so I'll just save that extra 95. Alright, down to Angford. I've already done some of their work moving across here. Now, this threat down here in Moradon, of course, Moradon is a client of Angford, so they get to spend their money on them as well. So I'm going to go in fairly defensive attitude at this stage. The help from Thrangren will be invaluable. So let's the engineers, they should be fighting anyway. And attach these to front rank units. Stage. See if we can do some real damage to. Oh, that'd be right. Run away, scaredy cats. And the heroes do a little bit of a guerrilla attack behind the lines. Still 2. That's not bad, but attack with that. Those odds I should say. And we'll move these air units a little bit closer to the front. Okay, that's it for Moradon. 294 gold pieces left. Let's have a look at the production queue. I have cavalry coming for Angford. I think I'll put an extra veteran unit into the field for Moradon as well. With Thrangren in the mix, I don't think they're going to need it, but they've also got to go beyond defending their own country and try to attack Guatenheim. Anyway, down to the Ancients next. Defensive posture. I'll just continue to move units at this point. What are we looking at here? Nothing there. Alright, 255 gold pieces. They're going to continue to go on their research binge. Already reached the maximum there, so how much have I got there? So I did 25, 175, so that's alright. I can put that into espionage. Makes perfect sense. That's my full allotment of research. 80 gold pieces left. Let's have a look at diplomacy. I've got 2 chits, and I will put that one into Sea Princes, one into Teldori. Okay, down to, or across to Malkan, and I have this option of continuing the attack here. The noxious, sorry, not the noxious fumes, that's Guatan Peak, but the blue dragon attacks from around Wretched Castle can be quite devastating. I'm not sure, I can't remember if Imrith has activated on behalf of Guatenheim or not. I think she hasn't. I think they knocked her back, and so she's attacked them a couple of times, which helps me a bit. So I think I will continue the attack, and I don't have any air units, so it's going to be all ground attacks. That's not good. This time, a bit better. So my elites are copying a bit of a pounding, and it's quite possible, looking at these odds, that Wretched Castle will fall. Good. Looks like it has. Excellent. Try and move out of there as quickly as I can. Oops. No, don't want to do that. Put a leader in there to increase supply. Move this leader up as well. Those things there. Okay, 134 gold pieces again with diplomacy, making sure that Silk Sultanate is fully engaged by the diplomats, and it is, so I'm just going to save the 134. Across to the Tribal League. I'm ready to attack Xantu, but the fact is that the weather just makes it impossible to do in one turn, so I'll just wait. And 178 gold pieces, looking at research. I've got 150 in sea warfare, and I'll put 150 into sea fighting. I do intend, as the game goes along, to make Tribal League quite a naval presence. Once they've got their allies on board, they can field, after they've bought them, quite a large navy. So that's what I intend to do. Okay, looking at the strategic situation, and that looks fine. All right, let's end the turn and see what the response is. All right, I have the option here of increasing labour or conscript auxiliaries in the ancient lands. So it says the Grand Vizier is concerned that the ancient lands is not producing enough to support the war effort and has prepared 2 options for your consideration. One is to intensify the labour output. Our workers are lazy and need some extra encouragement. Our taskmasters are more than ready for that challenge. If we set them to it, labour output will increase. Of course, the lazy workers will resent it, but it's worth it, their pain. Or conscript auxiliaries. If you do not want to use our labourers for such work, why not form them into auxiliary units under the command of those same taskmasters? They can then fight for us, and do something useful with their sacrificed lives. Do you want to intensify labour or conscript auxiliary units? Alright, so what's that mean basically? Well, if you intensify the labour, you'll get 50 gold pieces for 10 turns, 500 gold pieces, and reduce national morale for the ancients by 2,000 points. That's the trade-off. Conscription will give you 3 infantry units at Setessa with no cost and reduce national morale by 1,000 points. Alright, so you want the units or do you want the money? That's basically what it's going to boil down to at this stage. Since I'm doing a defensive option, I am going to go with conscripting the auxiliaries. They're quite useful to have. They arrive at Setessa, the 3 units there. I'll send them out to the frontiers a bit later on to do their defensive work. 167 gold pieces, 279 for Angford, that's great. Malkan, they're getting up, but it takes a long time, as I've said before. Alright, so the adversary's response is the Ragnar Fire Giants have joined Norddelm. There's a bit of naval action, which I've got to move those ships. In the Great Deep. And it looks like I'm going to lose my ancient galley. Goodbye. See, when you check the strategic map, you should actually check it properly and make sure that you have moved everything. And obviously I missed those ones. Righto, it looks like a quiet response from the adversaries. It's the end of 2400. So it is heading into winter. Oh, no, that rotten dragon. That is going to have quite an effect. I've never seen him do that before, taking out my dragon. That is going to have quite an effect, and it only happens because I'm using the veteran mode, so they can see 3 hexes rather than 2. But yeah, this is quite a counter-attack, actually. I was saying it was quiet, but obviously the AI was just saving it up for a bit later on. And the attack against Chinois is continuing. That'll take them a few turns to actually subdue them. Thurangderen taking quite a beating there. Alright, so there's a lot more action taking place around the map than I let on to, and OC15 has become OC17 or 18, so we've gone overtime, and I'll end the turn at the conclusion of this replay. Alright, so we lost those units there. Let's see, the adversaries of moved Mercoria, Transorum, and Potentia lost 3 gold pieces. Right, that's where we'll leave it for now. Thanks for watching.